open the door and it's just the women's bathroom. Oh, well, welcome back to Katawa Shojo. Katawa Shojo, I believe. Katawa Shojo. We're back. And by when I say we, I mean Zero. He's also here. And we're gonna sit back and chill out some more, or at least he will. I'm just gonna sit here and rant about how much I don't like Shizune. Until we stop talking to her. Which is soon, I think. Anyway, we're here to make a choice. So my choice is, she has a point, attack aggressively, because she's right. We have to change tactics. And definitely, that really got louder for no reason. And definitely not because I want to be nice for once and pick the option that she would enjoy as an answer. That's definitely not it. She's either really mocking me or trying to trick me with a shot. If he turns out, I end up losing the game anyway. Fun. Shooting adjusts her glasses victoriously and allows herself to a fist pump in the air. I win! Yay! My brain hurts. Anyway, there's no need to translate that. It was pretty clear. Wah! Don't look at that, He-chan. You were gonna give me your best. That's what I thought. Sometimes your best isn't good enough, though. If anybody knows that, it's me. You did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. He-chan, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. That's a very daring move. She-chan is impressed. The mark of a great person are those that are daring, and they can follow through. You're already halfway there. Isn't that great, He-chan? That isn't enough, though. Potential isn't enough. There's no point of potential if you don't take the first step, and there's no point to that if you keep going. If you don't keep going, there's no point to that if you keep going. More. You're right, He-chan, but that's so. Awkward silence. Ah! Jesus Christ, lady. It leans forward. So I'm looking a lot less playful, a more serious person than I expect her. He-chan, would you like to join the student council? I'll decide for sure. Maybe. I'll get back to you on that. Okay, cool. Cool. I don't have to yeet my computer out of my window. Okay, He-chan. Hope you're not just saying that so we don't feel bad. No, he's serious. Yeah, he's serious. I'm not. I said no. No, really. Really? No, really. Is it definite? He-chan, if you're gonna say that, then what you're saying is definitely the truth. And there can't be any mistaking it. I know. I should have my revenge for losing first. Time to leave. Sorry, I got to go. I want to go to the library. It's not closed yet. How can it be determined the library is open? They don't give two flying fucks about if the library is open or not. Do I exist? Probably not. Who am I? It should be, unless the library is absent. I think you're right, He-chan. Well, I think the library is open. It's on the second floor. You can't miss it. You want us to show you where it is? No, thanks. Oh, it's okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye! Oh, Jesus! One flight of stairs up and I run into problems. The problem is that the library's whereabouts is not as determined as one would think. Marked rooms. Is the library one of them, or is this somewhere down the hall? I bet on the ladder and choose my direction at random. As I turn the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. And I see that it's open and nothing else. You see that it's open and nothing else. It would make sense that the library door to be invitingly open. Well, this one is not quite that. It's good enough. Open the door and it's just the women's bathroom. Oh, well, the door slowly creaks as if groaning from a deep sleep, though it is much easier to open than anticipated. Leaning over my desk and poking my head further inside to gain as fast as possible, the meek hello on my lips quickly snatched away. Hello, Lily! And trying to use my stupid Lily voice that I suck at.
God, I forgot how they introduced her.
Thank God we get to see her more often in this path. I did not get enough Lily in my life when I was doing Shisune's path. Huh. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway staring at the beautiful girl. Evidently, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup, opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. Hello there. May I help you? staring directly in front of herself, the movement of her lips seeming to break the silence rather than the words. However, it's a soft, measured voice that reminds me that she's a being separate from the room itself. Read that. Not only is she likely the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but even among foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct. Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was kind of lost. She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if she's carefully choreographed beforehand. Care to take a seat? Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her. What do you mean, what did you say, baguette?
No, I said he doesn't know that yet.
Oh! I don't know why I heard baguette. Thanks. I slowly step towards another seat opposite her, the girl resting the teacup and saucer on the wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head is telling that she is, and the slight cloudiness in her eyes mean that she must be at least partially blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. Okay. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. The calming atmosphere is so different from student council's office. Yes, please, for God's sake. I'm taking that you're a new student at Yamaku? Yeah, I transferred in yesterday. I get the distinct feeling my speech patterns don't match the formality of hers, accentuated by the restrained bow of greeting, one which I hasten to match, while realizing the futility of the action. Still polite. I'm Lily Satao. Pleased to meet you. Isao Nakai. She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup. Would you care for a drink? Sure. As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings. There's an ant on my desk. Dear crest in stride. With another word, she steps off of her chair and prepares a second cup of tea with a collection of supplies laid out all on the shelf. A brush here, a brush there, her left hand often lightly touching the side of whichever container she's pouring into. It seems to be a process that she's followed dozens of times. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. It's the one thing to see the different disabilities of students in the students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone seems to adapt. And Misha have no problem working together to communicate. Me and Lily, Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for problems I never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about her doing the work, it seems pleased to following the correct process of offering the prepared drink. So, the soft voice brings me out of the silent observance. Which room are you looking for? It's not often this class is visited after school. The school library. Some classmates told me that it was on this floor. She finishes pouring the water in the teacup and she nods. A small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it is being stirred. I am aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students. To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no? That's right, in the science room with Muto. She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the teacup, the table, saucer in hand. He's quite the character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. I was gonna turn and read it without my glasses on, but nope, that's not happening. As she sits down, yeah, that's all I got. As she sits down to tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person. Boo! Sorry, but it seems that this is a rather bad moment to bring it up. Nonetheless, the smell's quite nice. I hardly think it's hard to choke down. Thanks, Satao. It's really nice. It tastes really nice. She smiles and clearly waves her hand in front of her face. Lily, Please, there's no need to be too formal. She says this in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech. Oh well. I guess I have to try and ask her about herself, as it doesn't, as it really does seem as if she's catering to me. So which class are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and is specifically for both blind and partially blind students. I see. I mean, sorry. Shut up. I feel like slapping myself for the faux pas. Looking at her face, though, she doesn't seem to be the least bit put off by it. My. There's no need to change your speech on my account. Tell that to YouTube, and people who like voices, damn it. Sure, sorry, I guess I'm showing my newness here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for that. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions. Category in which would include her, it seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I segue into another. You come here to drink tea often? It is a really nice place. Thinking on it, it might be her version of the place behind my school that I like to have lunch at. And not smoke weed. Totally didn't happen. What are you talking about? I come here fairly often during my lunch times. My duties as class representative don't leave me enough time for an official club. So a friend and I use this room for having tea. Gee, I wonder who it is. Can't imagine who it could be. I'm gonna watch this video, and then when Lily starts talking, you're just gonna hear nothing. I swear to God. Class representative, huh? You're right to Shisude. Her mannerisms seem to be almost complete opposite. While Shisude is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view on the school's clubs. What kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which I use the field near the school during lunchtime, the baseball club, and the book club in the room near the library. There are also numerous small ones too, though, such as the art and music clubs. See, I would have loved to have one that was in the music club. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. At the time, I just wanted to get on my feet, rushing into a club right away, seeming slightly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rule as my old one. Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Ah, good. That's a relief. I really let my guard down on this girl to let such a thing slip out. The fact seems to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally start drinking it as Lily does the same. You know how like when boss music heavy music starts playing when you're approaching a place you don't know? You're like, oh shit, there's something dangerous around here, isn't there? It's like that. As I look over the window over her shoulder, I notice the light coming from the room has distinctly got an orange tint. Even here, time doesn't stand still. Huh, the time's gone quickly. Sorry? Right. She's blind. Of course she can't see the sun setting. It just looks like the sun's starting to set. It seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she must have lost track of time. Sorry, Sal. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long. I quickly moved to a layer concern. No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it? She pauses, taking a moment to think. It's probably something I should have asked Shishune when I had the chance, but Liz seems more likely to know in any case. True. It is open until 6:30 during weekdays. A quick watch confirmed that I have well enough time to get there. I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking to you, Lily. He smiles and gives her a deep nod, her hands still neatly folded on the table. It was my pleasure. Oh, come to think of it, shall I show you where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it, alright? Well, unless my navigational skills fail me again. which they seem to have a habit of doing. It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I could introduce you. This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer. True. If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks. As she stands up to follow me, she takes a hold of a straight, retractable cane that has been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane the boy had in the class had, Lily's looked much thinner and longer. His must be for support, while Lily's is for navigation. Correct. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway on the way to the library, where I get plowed into the next century. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk down the hallway. It doesn't take us long to arrive at the door of the warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor, rather than being in either wing. Ladies first. Well then, you should go ahead. She gives me an appreciative smile, the gesture taking the lead as we file in. Finally! To the left is a wooden library counter, with the library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school, with the distinct smell of old books giving an almost old world air. There doesn't seem to be a lot... There doesn't seem to be a lot of students here, considering the time it isn't a big surprise. Everyone's probably either in the school grounds or the dorms. Yuko, are you there? She says to the thin air, since the library doesn't seem to be present, and of course, Lily can't see this. What's unexpected is this draws a reaction. Hey, you're up, Zero!
I said, I'm here, I'm awake.
I exist, I promise. Someone from under the counter thuds against it, followed by a quiet wail.
Aww.
This is gonna be funny. The Origin, apparently the librarian, quickly crawls out and bounces to an extremely rigid attention.
Why don't you have a word?
What?
Alright. Hi, Lily, how can I help you?
We're not consistent with this shit anyway. Who are we kidding? Her voice is strained in a failing attempt to sound casual, and she's rubbing the back of her head. Good afternoon. What happened just now? I heard a strange sound.
It's nothing, I just hit my head. See, I dropped it away so onto my desk, and while I was looking for a pencil dropped... Oh, while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and while I was looking for both, then you came and surprised me.
Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know.
It's okay, sorry for making you worry. This is nothing, I've had worse happen to me.
Oh, God. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could have any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter.
Yes, worse things that have happened.
like my first husband. God, what a worse thing that the guy was. The girl fidgets with her fingers as Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers on the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glasses. No, replete with glasses, freckles, and a very troubled look. She seems to fit the library perfectly. I can't read.
Lily, did you get my message?
Message? Oh, the two important books have arrived.
Wait, they finally came, and I can't believe it took so long, but...
Mr. Celebrations partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure. She notices me from the corner of her eye, and freezes on the spot when she does. Oh, God.
Oh, no, I'm sorry for not noticing you earlier. Oh, before.
Whatever, same difference, who cares?
Did you need to check out a book over torn one? I'm sorry.
The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling. He's with me, Yuko. This is Isao, a new student. Isao, this is Yuko, the student librarian. Pleased to meet you.
Isao. Pleased to meet you too, Isao.
For a second, she visibly attempted to engrave the name on her mind so she wouldn't forget. God. A lot of that going around, apparently. Yuko often arranges them to import foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Isao a little something about the library? Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he would be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
I can't do it! How is it any responsibility at all I don't get? But her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are. So, there are a lot of books in Braille here? I'd have to say today by asking the first thing that pops in my head. It seems to work, at least partially, as Yuko seems to, I don't think it relax, but at least looks slightly less tense.
Well, I think about a third or fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Ooh, love audiobooks. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place? It's a school library.
Well, we also get a lot of new books regularly because the library is adequately endowed. That's probably why. Wait, what? How does that sense make sense?
What do you mean?
What does she mean?
Because we get a lot of new books, that's why there are so many books.
Oh, okay.
It's basically what that, as far as I can tell, that's basically what it means. We get a lot of books, so that's why there's a lot of books.
They spend more on new books than on my salary, and then I have to organize and shelve all of them.
Mm.
I forgot about this poor woman. Holy sh**.
Oh god, you must feel bad. Look, it's the two people you forgot. Oh, I meant Lily too. I meant Lily, but okay.
What about Lily?
I forgot again.
It's so troubling and they weigh so much, I wish I could quit this job.
A very awkward silence follows revelation of too much information. I'll go check out the aisles then if you don't mind. I'm not stopping this episode until we at least see Hanako. I swear to God. I don't think we're that bad. It's probably best for all of us she doesn't keep talking to me. Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if that's alright with you. My first impression was right. This library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I studied the spines of books in random order, occasionally sliding one out, reading the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck for a choice in here. Normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are a lot of large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. It's books. It's as if there's a calm mood in the room when I had tea with Lily and snuck in with us here, and it was here to begin with. Something about this put me at ease, just like before. I reach in the aisle, find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, I discovered a nice quiet corner in the back. While the rest of the library has an odd student sitting at a desk, reading, or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. I glance around to see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several bean bags. I wish my library had bean bags. Damn. Bean bags. It's the dark-haired girl from my class. Yay! Finally. The one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. She's reading a book and keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. My God. How is my microphone gonna pick up my voice?
This is such an anime scene. Look at how they frame this.
I know, but who cares?
Lily was the same.
Yes. I don't mind. From the way she was acting today, I had pegged her as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head that are technically really none of your fucking business. Still none of your fucking business. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-haired girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my book beside it. Well, I did not read that. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that this part of her face, or at least a third, if not half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past the hair until they meet her own eyes. For a second, I am shocked. and divert my eyes to the book in her hands before I realized that looking away probably only made it worse. Yeah, probably. It takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I walked up here for.
God, it's only 40 minutes now. Never mind then.
We are using the exact same walkthrough. Hi, I'm new here. Sao and Akai. We're in the same class. I just transferred here the other day. Maybe you don't remember. I did a self-introduction too. It sucked. Yeah, I hated it with a burning passion. Here we are. A girl doesn't say a word, but simply stares at me. Wide-eyed. I'm still getting used to this place, so I'm trying to meet as many people as I can. So, what's your name?
Hanako.
Her speech is stuttering and so quiet that it's barely even audible even in the still library. That is not the button I used to fast forward. Get the mouse off the screen. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong. Gee, where'd you get that idea from? Hanako, eh? So, what are you reading? Whoop! Gone. She gently tips the book backwards so she can read the title, at the same time hiding her face behind it. She must have noticed me staring before. If a pie? I've never heard that one before. What's it about?
A boy and a tiger on a boat.
I can see this is taking some time. Sounds interesting. Is it any good? She nods from behind the book, but stays silent. She looks kind of tense, a bit like Unico earlier, but in a different way. More like petrified with terror, I would say. So petrified that she's shaking like a maraca. So the mysterious delinquent turned out to be she. Oh my god, I feel so bad. So the mysterious delinquent girl turned out to be anything but. She is sort of quivering in a way that makes it look like she is mortally afraid of me. Do I only as far I can tell? Is it gonna try to get a normal conversation going? And by that, I mean leaving. Is that a library book? I'm looking for new ones to read, but there's just so many. Oh.
No. It's mine.
Oh! So, do you come here often? Do you come here often? Bruh. What's with the pickup line? A huge blush spreads across Hanako's face. Yes, seriously. And her eyes widened far larger than I possibly thought eyes would do. Uh-oh. Did she interpret my lame attempt at small talk as a feeble attempt to pick her up? I'm dying. I didn't mean it like that. I gotta do something. Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair like take off catches me so off guard that I don't manage to go after her. Thank God. Until she has a good head start. And she's gone! Okay. And I think that's good. We finally met the one... the one we're after. Well, that makes it sound horrible. So, thank you, Zero, for joining me and voicing a character. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked, please do like, subscribe if you want to see more and see how this goes down. And with that, we have been happy to have served you for this episode, and we will, of course, serve you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.